Welcome to The Wise Path. Today's video is titled 16 Hidden Clues She Wants Intimacy. Decode Her Body Language, Female Psychology. Have you ever wondered if the person you like feels the same way? Attraction can be a subtle dance, full of quiet signals that might slip past if you aren't tuned in. Could it be she's revealing her interest through subtle hints, like adjusting her appearance the moment you show up, or holding your gaze for just a second longer than normal? In this video, we'll explore the hidden signs women often give when they're drawn to someone. These signs might appear before she herself realizes how strongly she feels, making them both subtle and revealing. From noticing how she leans closer to you in conversation, to picking up on the extra care she takes with her hair or outfit, we'll explain why such details can reflect genuine desire. You might ask, why stay until the end? Each of these 16 signs builds on the others, giving you a broad look at how women silently communicate their attraction. By learning to recognize them, you'll understand more than just whether she likes you. You'll gain insight into deeper emotional undercurrents, knowledge that can ease your nerves, help you respond in a warmer way, and give you the courage to take things further if the feeling is mutual. Before we begin, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you're always up to date with our newest content. As always, your thoughts guide us, so let us know in the comments how this resonates with you by typing a 1 if it fits your experiences, or a 0 if it doesn't. Now, let's get into the 16 signs. 1. She fixes herself up whenever you're around. One of the most telling early signs is when she instinctively adjusts her look as soon as you appear. Perhaps she quickly smooths out her top, fiddles with her hair, or takes a quick peek at her phone screen to see her reflection. It might not be a grand makeover, but something as small as a quick tuck of her shirt or a subtle reapplication of lip gloss. Women tend to do this unconsciously when they feel an urge to look their best. If you notice she doesn't fuss about her appearance with other people but becomes more attentive when you arrive, that's a big clue. She might straighten her posture or even check if she's standing in the right lighting. These little gestures reveal that she cares about how you see her. They're not staged. They're instinctive reactions that show she's hoping to catch your attention. It's essentially her subconscious way of saying, "I want to be seen in the best possible light." 2. She compliments you often. Compliments can be a powerful indicator of real interest. If she finds moments to praise your clothing style, the way you handled a challenging situation, or a skill you have, there's usually genuine admiration behind her words. This might be subtle. Maybe she says, "You're really talented," or "Your sense of humor always makes my day." Women don't usually dish out compliments without meaning them, especially if they focus on distinctive qualities or behaviors unique to you. Pay attention to how her compliments differ from generic flattery. Maybe she notices your knack for calming people down or the creative twist you bring to your work. These deeper compliments suggest she sees and values parts of you that others overlook. It shows she's listening and remembering details about your life. She might also try to tie her praise to something personal, like that passion project you mentioned or how supportive you've been to a friend. When someone consistently notices and applauds these finer points, it's a strong sign of interest. 3. She loves interacting with you. Does she gravitate toward you in a crowd or keep conversations going when everyone else has moved on? This kind of consistent effort to engage is a big hint. She might ask a series of questions, nudge you into discussing personal topics, or respond eagerly to anything you say. You might see her face light up when you start talking, as if you have her full, genuine attention. She could bring up inside jokes or shared interests, guiding the interaction into comfortable territory where you both feel at ease. Often, if she's interested, you'll find she tries to extend the conversation, finding reasons to keep talking or pivoting to new questions so you don't run out of topics. Even in a group setting, she'll look to you when something funny happens, as if trying to share the moment. If she's constantly seeking that back and forth with you specifically, it suggests she values the connection you share. 4. She maintains intense eye contact. Eye contact is a window to genuine emotion. If her eyes keep returning to yours and she holds your gaze for longer than a casual glance, there's likely some strong attraction there. It might happen in quick flashes first. Your eyes meet, she shyly looks away, then slowly looks back. When someone feels drawn to you, there's a pull that makes them want that subtle spark of connection through eye contact. Watch how her eyes change. Does she have a soft, almost warm look when you lock gazes? Are her pupils slightly dilated? These are small signs that her focus is genuinely on you. Lingering eye contact can also feel electric, like the two of you are sharing a private moment in a busy room. If she doesn't shy away but seems comfortable letting that eye contact linger, she might be telling you, "I enjoy this closeness and want you to sense it too." 5. She gets nervous around you. Feeling those butterflies is a sign she cares about what you think. You might catch her fidgeting more than usual, tapping her fingers on a table, or playing with the edge of her sleeve. She could stumble over words, give a nervous laugh, or blush at unexpected moments. Often, nervousness surfaces because she's imagining what impression she's making. She doesn't want to appear foolish, which ironically can lead to more self-conscious behaviors. Watch if she seems calmer with everyone else, but the moment you walk into the conversation, she grows more anxious. Perhaps her voice changes pitch, or she stands a bit straighter, unsure where to put her hands. Nervousness can be awkward, but it's also a potent indicator of admiration. She wants things to go well around you, and that pressure can bring out her anxious side. 6. She wants to spend time alone with you. When she repeatedly seeks out one-on-one time, that's a big step beyond simple friendliness. Whether it's grabbing a coffee, taking a walk in the park, or suggesting a quiet night watching movies, these kinds of invitations reflect a deeper desire to share space with you without any outside distractions. Even if it sounds casual, like, "Hey, do you want to check out this new cafe?" It might be her subtle way of saying, "I value spending time with you on a personal level." During those moments alone, she may open up more, asking about your family, your goals, your thoughts on serious issues. She might also show a bit more vulnerability, talking about her fears or concerns. If you notice she's focusing on you, giving you her complete attention, and looking for ways to keep that one-on-one time going longer than planned, it's a solid sign you're more than just another friend. Plus, if she seems disappointed when you can't make it, that further underscores her eagerness to foster a closer bond. 7. She remembers the small details. Recalling small, seemingly insignificant details about your life is another strong clue of genuine interest. Maybe you mentioned your favorite childhood dessert once, and later she surprises you by recalling it. Or she asks how your dog is doing after you casually mentioned its name in a previous chat. These recollections might appear trivial, but the fact that she remembers them indicates she's genuinely listening when you speak. It can go beyond just memory. She might act on these details, like sending you a link to an article about a topic you mentioned. Or she might bring up that stressful appointment you mentioned last week to see how it went. These gestures are her way of showing you matter, and that she's thinking about you even when you're apart. It's a subtle method of creating shared threads between your lives, letting you know she's filing away those tidbits you share. This kind of attentiveness is often reserved for people we find significant. 8. She mirrors your behavior. Mirroring is a subconscious phenomenon where someone imitates the behavior, speech patterns, or gestures of a person they feel connected to. If you find that she starts matching your pace when you're walking, uses a similar tone, or even adopts specific phrases you use, that's a strong indicator she's comfortable around you. She might cross her legs when you cross yours, or start nodding along just as you do. This subtle mimicry isn't a conscious tactic. It's usually an instinctive response to liking someone. It can also manifest in shared interests. Maybe after you mention loving a certain band, she gives them a listen, or she starts eating at that restaurant you recommended more often. By adopting your tastes, she's forging points of connection, trying to align your worlds in a way that feels natural. If she's mirroring you, she's essentially broadcasting, "I feel a sense of harmony with you." 9. She's playful and teasing. Playful teasing is a time-tested way to gauge and build chemistry. If she jokes around with you, gives you a friendly hard time about a small quirk, or engages in quick-witted banter, it could be a sign she's comfortable enough to lower her guard. Light-hearted jibes aren't meant to insult. Rather, they create a back and forth that brings you closer. Observe her tone. Does she laugh soon after playfully poking fun at you, or does she flash a warm smile to make sure you know she's joking? If yes, it's a strong indicator her teasing is affectionate rather than mean-spirited. She might also expect you to tease her back, seeing how well you handle that playful interaction. This dynamic helps both of you feel at ease, generating a spark of fun and showing you can share a laugh without taking things too seriously. 10. She finds ways to touch you. If she's looking for small opportunities to physically bridge the gap, like brushing her hand against yours, patting your shoulder, or giving you playful nudges, it's often a strong sign of attraction. This sort of casual touch can appear almost incidental, yet it usually comes from a desire to feel close to you. She may lean in when talking or place her hand on your arm to emphasize a point. Pay attention to how she reacts afterward. If she continues the conversation calmly instead of backing off, it suggests she's comfortable with that closeness. She's testing the boundaries of how you might respond. Physical touch, even on a modest level, can be an electric signal of interest. If she deliberately chooses a seat next to you in a group setting, or her knees brush against yours under the table, that proximity often hints she wants that subtle sense of connection. 11. She compliments you more than usual. If you catch her showering you with compliments beyond what most people do, and about aspects that not everyone notices, it's a vital indication of her interest. Maybe she points out that she admires your dedication to your job, or your ability to resolve conflicts with ease. These praises go beyond small talk or politeness. They reveal she's observing your behavior and looking for reasons to let you know she values who you are. Sometimes these extra compliments come when she thinks you need a morale boost. For instance, if you're expressing doubts, she might reassure you by highlighting your strengths or telling you how others likely see your qualities. She's reinforcing how much she respects and notices your traits, hoping you'll recognize that it's coming from an honest place. It's her way of emphasizing that you stand out among the crowd. 12. She shows interest in your passions. A genuine sign of attraction is when she deliberately shows curiosity about what excites you in life. If you mention a sport you play or a topic you've been researching, she might start asking pointed questions. What made you fall in love with it? How can she learn more? Or maybe she'll take the initiative to watch a documentary or read up on it so she can talk about it with you. Beyond just interest, she might try these things with you, like offering to attend a game or suggesting a joint project if you're a creative type. This indicates she's looking for real ways to see the world through your eyes. It's more than an act of politeness. She's stepping into your realm, hoping to find common ground, share experiences, and become part of the things that light you up. In aligning herself with your interests, she's showing she wants to build a bond that's deeper than casual acquaintance. 13. She gets jealous but tries to hide it. A little twinge of jealousy can underscore how strongly she feels. If her expression changes when you mention another woman, or she abruptly cuts in with a playful remark when you talk about a female friend, she could be feeling protective of her place in your life. She might call that person your work wife, or make a teasing comment about your crush, masking her true concern behind humor. Her tone might turn slightly defensive, or she might attempt to shift the conversation away from the other woman. Sometimes she'll pretend it doesn't bother her while unwittingly dropping hints of discomfort in her expression or body language. She could fidget, look away, or give a forced laugh. This isn't about being possessive. It's about not wanting to lose your attention to someone else. If you notice these subtle changes in mood or tone, it's a clue she cares enough to feel uneasy. 14. She involves you in her future plans. When she talks about what's coming up, be it the next few weeks or her broader life goals, and starts including you in those ideas, it's a significant sign. She may say, "We should see that new exhibit," or, "You'd love the hiking trails near my hometown. We'll have to go sometime." Even if the plan is months away, the fact she's saying "we" or "us" indicates that she envisions you hanging around in her life. It can go deeper. If she discusses job decisions, educational goals, or potential relocations and seems to factor in what you might think or how you might be involved, that suggests she wants you as part of her long-term narrative. She might ask for your advice on something important, showing she values your perspective on her path forward. This willingness to imagine a shared future underscores she's not seeing you as temporary, but as someone she could build something more meaningful with. 15. She opens up about personal things. A woman revealing personal stories, vulnerabilities, or heartfelt dreams is a major sign of trust and emotional intimacy. She might talk about challenges she faced in childhood, experiences that shaped her worldview, or relationships that taught her major life lessons. By sharing, she's indicating she feels secure enough to expose parts of herself that she might hide from casual acquaintances. Notice if she also encourages you to open up in return. Does she ask questions that invite you to talk about your fears or formative experiences? If so, she's showing she wants more than small talk. She craves a deeper bond where both of you can be yourselves. Openness like this is a direct route to emotional closeness. If she appears calm and supportive when you share your own vulnerable moments, that's a strong sign she's invested in creating a nurturing space for your connection. 16. She brings you around her friends or family. Finally, including you in her social world is typically no small step. When she invites you to gatherings or makes sure you meet the people closest to her, she's signaling that your presence matters to her on a deeper level. This might be something as formal as a family dinner or as informal as hanging out with her best friend for an evening. Regardless, being part of her inner circle usually indicates she sees you as more than just a casual acquaintance. She's likely testing how well you mesh with her loved ones and how you carry yourself in those settings. She may observe how they respond to you, keen to gather their impressions. If she's proud to introduce you and speaks highly of you in front of them, that reveals a lot about her real feelings. She wants them to see what she sees in you, and that typically means she envisions a deeper connection continuing beyond the present. These 16 signs, taken together, form a roadmap to deciphering whether a woman truly wants more closeness. While everyone expresses attraction differently, spotting many of these behaviors in someone's interactions with you often indicates her feelings are strong. By staying mindful of how she speaks, behaves, and reacts to your presence, you can gain confidence in recognizing genuine interest rather than second-guessing each hint. The real power here isn't just in spotting the signs, but in using your new understanding to respond in a thoughtful way. If you sense she's interested, you can open up a bit more or make the next move without as much hesitation. If you see she's comfortable revealing personal feelings, you can share your own. By matching the vulnerability and emotional openness she's giving you, you create mutual trust. That's often how deeper connections take root. Thank you for tuning in to The Wise Path. We hope these 16 signs provide clarity and help you spot authentic attraction that might otherwise fly under the radar. If you found this useful, remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated on all our new videos. Also, let us know in the comments with a 1 if these signs resonate with your experiences, or a 0 if not. Your insights guide our content, and we appreciate each piece of feedback. Now that you're aware of these subtle cues, keep your eyes open the next time you're around someone you suspect might like you. Sometimes it's the quiet actions that speak the loudest, like the small smile she gives you when she thinks no one's looking, or the way her entire demeanor shifts when you step into the conversation. Rather than leaving you to guess, these cues allow you to see beyond the surface. When you sense them, you'll be well prepared to take things further in a way that feels natural and genuine. Remember, these insights aren't just about detecting if someone has a crush. They're about understanding a fundamental aspect of human connection. The way we signal closeness, even in tiny ways, can tell us volumes about how we want to be seen and cared for. By learning to read these signs in her actions, you'll also become more attuned to your own nonverbal signals. Use this understanding thoughtfully. Approach the situation with kindness and honesty, and you could find yourself stepping into a fulfilling connection that began with these subtle hints. We'll see you in the next video, where we continue exploring the nuances of human emotion, relationships, and self-improvement. Until then, keep these signs in mind and trust your instincts. When you spot them, it might just mean she's ready for something deeper. Go forth with that confidence, and if you feel that spark too, let it guide you toward a relationship founded on genuine understanding and shared feelings. After all, true intimacy often grows from those quiet moments when two people finally realize they're on the same wavelength.